In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do seated calves correctly. So calves is often an exercise where people think, oh, you know, that's secluded just for people who want big calves or bodybuilders and this kind of thing. That's completely incorrect. If you're an athlete, you absolutely must do some calf workout in your routine, or anyone who wants to make sure and ensure lower leg health. And in fact, ankle flexion is very, very important. Ankle flexion is just basically, the ability to move from the ankle. The ankle flexion is going to limit knee flexion as well, and it can be a risk factor in terms of any lower leg injury. So you want to have some calf routine inside of your workout to make sure you're ensuring mobility through the ankles as well. So the best way to do that is a mixture of seated, standing, and some stretching, but static stretching on its own usually isn't enough. So you got to load it, you got to use some dynamic stretching, and this is where you can actually use seated calf raises or even standing calf raises to do that. So we've got now when you're doing calves, you want to make sure you use what's called a tempo in your calves. So the tempo we're going to follow here is 2-1-2-1. So I'm going to demonstrate. Wen's going to lift up. So as she does this, she's going to come down, control it for 2 seconds. All the way down, she's going to rest for a second, so we count 1, and then back up nice and slow, up to the top, hold, 1. So when we're doing this, that's 1 rep. So it takes a little bit of time each rep. We're not just bounce through it we're not bouncing through it, so just do fast reps. We don't want to bounce through it like that, because that's just basically loading up the tendons. We don't want to use the tendon strength to get through it. We actually want to stretch the calf and load the actual gastrocnemius muscle. So the other thing is that the freer your calves are, as I said before, the more mobile they are, the deeper you can get inside of the squat, the deeper your knee flexion can go, which is really great for loading the quads. So when you're seated, you're going to be using more of the soleus part of the calf. When you're standing, it's more gastrocnemius. So here again, when we do that, hold, then back up. So holding. So in a cue that I like to give here is as people come down, so when's down, come down again. So really come down again, then come up. Now come up again, up again. Perfect. So that's the kind of cadence and tempo that I like people to use. Wen's actually going, she's super flexible here, so we're just going to relax her for a second. I'll just get you that one further down. And this is something, if you do have great flexibility, you want to be aware of. If you're touching the bottom of the machine, then you need to put it even tighter so you can get that range of motion. So that's perfect there, what Wen's doing. And the other thing that Wen's doing really great is see how her hands are behind her back. What a lot of people do, put your hands in front, they grab the levers and they use it, so just bounce a couple of reps, they use their upper body to do it. Again, we don't want to do any of that stuff. Maybe for the last couple of reps, if we're doing, say, a set of 30, we'll do that, and she's done 20 strict reps. For the last 10, we'll do that. But large in part, 90% of the set is going to be strict tempo, stretching, and that's the other thing that's been founded in weight training, is that tempo does have a large effect of what actually effect you're having on the muscles. So very, very super important. But this is how to do a seated calf raise correctly. Stay tuned to stay tuned to our channel rather on YouTube. It's Enterprise Fitness. Hit subscribe if you like these videos. If you want more how-to videos that hit you in the face with information, again, make sure you stay tuned and stay subscribed. Thanks for watching.